Hello there, Libra, and welcome. Libra, Spirit wants you to know that you are stepping into a version of yourself the world was always meant to meet. May balance become your birthright and beauty flow through everything you align with. Ooh, Libra. Sounds like we got a beautiful balance that's being restored for you at this time during the full moon. So let's take a deeper look at what else Spirit wants you to know when it comes to your situation and what you need to know about the full moon and what it's doing for you at this time. And this is for Libra and Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Now, Libra, with the full moon, it does bring a release. It brings a completion. It brings celebration. So pick which one, that you are doing at this time. And maybe it's a combination, in different aspects of your life. But feel good about some type of sacred partnership here. Ooh, look at this. You're manifesting a proposal here, a romantic or business proposal, or opportunity. The light is kind of bad in here, is indicated. Hold on, let me fix these there we go. Let's see if this is better. A romantic or business opportunity is indicated. So we've got some type of important commitment here playing out. So let's get a little bit more about this proposal here. Now notice the rings here. This is something that I feel is true to your spirit, okay? Not necessarily something that you feel tethered to, okay? But it is something that is in union with your spirit, your soul. All right, let's get a little bit more about this proposal for you, Libra. I see this as you stepping into some type of sacred balance to receive here. You are receiving freedom. See, have the courage to embrace change, take risks, and be adventurous. Something with romance, something with business, take your pick. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if it's possibly both. I do see 2 rings representing possibly 2 areas to commit to feel good about. But it will require you to, stay on the lookout for opportunities that are aligned with you. Remember, there's some type of balance, right, that you're restoring that is your birthright, that Spirit was saying. So you've got beauty that is flowing through you because you are aligning with that. We've got the Fool's card. With the Fool's card, if this was tarot, it would be associated with Aries here. So Spirit wants you to feel good about a new opportunity. Now, how will Libra know about this new opportunity? Let's just get a little bit more, just how will Libra know about this opportunity? It's going to give you a freedom. Okay, this is just fantastic. Okay, so Libra, you're going to know because it's going to get you out of your head and back into your spirit. You're going to feel an impulse to act on something or someone. Once you feel that it is your breakthrough, that's how you're going to know to step into it. And this is not indicating that you've been a victim, okay? So I don't want you to feel challenged by that. But we do as humans, because we have to navigate our own bodies, right? And our mind, sometimes it just happens that we feel stuck. Someone may also be in a situation where they possibly could be mirroring you, where they are taking control of an area in their life where they're gaining freedom. So take that how it resonates. I get air placements coming through. I get earth sign coming through with that proposal. Let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know when it comes to the full moon, Libra. You're letting go to reclaim your peace, Libra. Some type of divine decision that you've made or that maybe you will come to, be confident about that. Spirit is gifting you an opportunity to really let go of something or someone, right? And it may, for some, not all, it could be challenging just because it may have been, something deep or long. But letting go is bringing you this opportunity. And a lot of you Libras may just need this validation that you are absolutely letting go of what no longer serves you. And Spirit is bringing you harmony through the unknown. And this is why there may be a challenge, being in the head here. But you're adapting to trusting. You're adapting to a new energy, too, that you have honed in for yourself. Let's continue and see what else. This one wants to come out. You've got the Phoenix rising, a spiritual renewal. Libra, this is all about not feeling that you have to sustain burns here when we do feel the burn in life, because that is part of growth. It's part of breaking karmic ties or lessons, right? And I wouldn't say karmic in a way where it feels like punishment. But there is something here where, the scales of karma are resetting now, and you're doing it. You're rising. What did Spirit say? You're stepping into a version of yourself the world was always meant to meet. Now, whether you're male or female, because in this deck I think it's all females mostly, but, it's like someone is exuding this intense energy. And you might not feel ready, but you are. You're ready to experience something brand new here, so don't hesitate. And just remember, you're being refined, or you have been refined, so that you could introduce yourself or reintroduce yourself to the world, the world that was always meant to meet you. Or yourself to the world. How did I say that? Version of yourself the world was always meant to meet. That's what I meant to say. Okay, we got something about a home here. Okay. Now, Spirit is always reminding you that you are at home. Now, there may be a commitment or an investment here about property or a home. But let's get a little bit more about this because, with the water signs, Libra, there seems to be this energy too with them, just saying because you most likely have water placements in your chart somewhere, where they are navigating and just, taking a journey back home to self. Let's get more about what Spirit wants you to know about this home situation. I mean, for you, yes, it's home to yourself, where it's like a blessing for, you as the peacemaker at heart, because that's really who you are. Let's get more about the home for Libra. See, this is just so fitting. Look at this, family and tribe. So notice people, notice what's going on. Yes, there may be a situation where some of you, maybe many of you, you've left an old tribe, you've left an old community, you left old friends, whatever it is, and you're coming back home to your source, yourself here. And that includes other souls to surround yourself with. Yes, Spirit knows there may be this longing or a feeling like, when is something going to happen here when it comes to just feeling really supported and true and genuine, not just, with yourself, but sensing that, knowing that with others. See, we were just talking about the scales of karma are resetting, and you've got this whole thing, okay, Libra. I don't know if it was the last SOS, the one before it, but, I feel you would resonate with the last two anyhow. But there is something here, too, with you, where there's validation that you have completed a soul contract, and you're coming into a new one. So we've got a overlapping of timelines, and that's only for you to review here. And of course, Libra, Spirit is always gifting everyone the ability to make a choice. Whatever you want to do, Libra, it's up to you. But just know something here. Spirit says you're not losing anything. You're rising and becoming something far more powerful and magnetic and also attractive. Okay, and I'm not saying that on a superficial level here. But yes, inside and out, okay? Let's go ahead and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Now I do get water placements coming through. Sadness. There's some sadness here, maybe when you're at home or about a home or what your home situation looks like. Something, I'm just getting the word validation, Libra. Let's get more about the sadness here. We do have more water sign coming through. What does Libra need to know about the sadness? Oop. Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. Notice, okay, I just want you to notice this. The sadness card, it landed on that home card. And as I'm getting confirmation from Spirit about the home card, look what came out. Look what came out. Come home to yourself. Whoa. You know how to. This is a reminder. You are precious. Your time, your energy, your resources are precious. This is going to be a distant memory if it's not already. And I do feel that you're already sensing the distance. See, look at this, it's like a paint here, you know, so someone's painting this because it's not that they've forgotten. And it's not about that. It's about what you've become because of this. So this becomes a spiritual marker for you. Be proud of yourself. Do what makes you feel good. If for some of you, like just for example, if you've been feeling like if you go out a lot or you just have to be busy a lot just because of circumstances, and maybe you've been feeling like, you know what, I just need to disconnect and just need to spend a little time at home a little bit more, just to soothe yourself, then do that. Because there is something here about home and feeling good. But home is where the heart is. Come back to your heart, okay? Now, you might have felt, for some of you, you might have felt you left your heart somewhere here. Well, guess what? You're getting it back. Because it was never meant for someone to keep. Alchemy, help from above. My goodness, my goodness. Well, you've arrived just right on time here. May balance become your birthright and beauty flow through everything you align with. This is the alchemist because you're getting help from above. Libra, Spirit is saying, if you've been already in tune with this, where you're starting to just be more aware of the inner alignment, then you've arrived right on time. You're doing exactly what Spirit is guiding you to do. This Phoenix rising is transmuting energy. It's not that we've forgotten this energy, right? It's that we're transmuting it into something better. And you are receiving help. I just see that you, Libra, as the scales that you represent, it is shifting in your favor. Let's see what else. My cat Lenny is trying to break into the room here. So, yeah, I'm just thinking there may be someone just come knocking on your door, at the right time here. Look at that soulmate, life purpose. You do have something going on here with feeling purposeful, okay? Don't get too caught up for some of you, not all of you, because I feel a lot of you feel, that you're honing in on your life purpose. Don't get so caught up, though, about it being a big thing. Like, find purpose in your day. Start with that. Don't think too huge about, Have I found my life purpose? You know what, Libra? Let me tell you something too about me. I knew from an early age that I was destined to do something. I just didn't know what it was. I knew I wasn't meant to work for someone, okay? And just this is me, my life. And I was so frustrated for like a long time, like 20 years, okay? It seems like. Really, seriously. Because I kept searching for something that I knew I was destined to do. That's what it felt like. So I don't want you to ever give up on knowing that you have something that is your calling. And you're not meant to be, in a place where you feel lonely either. But it does mean that when you do feel lonely, you're only at that time leaning in on spirit. This is when spirit is saying, lean on me, Libra. I'll take care of the rest. Now, when it comes to soulmate or soulmates, you are manifesting this. You're creating this. Some of you, take a look around. If there's been some type of disruption with relationships that are important to you or a specific one, I do see something here where we may have a second chance at healing and mending. But I would say that would be for those that, you haven't walked out on someone, right? Like you haven't separated from someone, right? You just maybe a little discord. But in general, and for you, Libra, just listen. You got a soulmate here that is part of your destiny, that's part of your life purpose. And I was just talking about that I was only seeing like females in this deck. Well, now look at the male. The males are coming. See, there's balance, feminine, masculine. It's balancing itself out. As long as you stay as strong as you can, holding peace, no matter what kind of waves or storms may be going on, because you hold peace. You are a sacred peacekeeper. Okay, let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. This Phoenix rising, this life purpose, this is tied in together here. Ooh. We've got a blessing here, okay? When it comes to intimacy, when it comes to, and this isn't something fleeting, okay? Now, if you are a Libra that desires fleeting things like that, well, I would just caution you to slow the freak down, okay? Because it isn't about, these fleeting experiences. However, every soul goes through their own journeys and experiences. But this sexual arts is really talking about being at home here with another, experiencing lovemaking in a way that isn't diluted by what could I say, especially in this day and age, because what's happening is divine lovemaking that existed long, long ago, ancient times, has been watered down and diluted by too much crap that we see that, unfortunately, it's not easy not to see some of these things, right? So I don't want any of you Libras to feel that lovemaking is just, a thing. It's not. It is a sacred thing. It is something that is meant to continue to grow and blossom. And this is what you are attracting, because I can tell that you are a very passionate, romantic lover at heart, and you deserve that too. So this alchemy and the sexual arts is actually happening on the inside of you. I wouldn't be surprised if you're starting to feel different activations within your own physical vessel and feeling different impulses in different chakra areas of your body. But it takes one to tune in with that, right? So you're intertwining with the feminine and the masculine within you, and whatever is going on in your life path, you will recognize who and what is destined for you, because you've already created this in your heart space. And it's destined to happen here. Just know, though, that there is something powerful rising within you, okay? And Spirit wants you to know, whatever has happened, you have arrived on time with your soul's contract. Let's continue and see what else You don't have control over other souls' contracts though either. So we have to release and give those energies or those souls back to spirit. Spirit takes care of them. Oh, look at this unicorn. We got something very fantastic and special happening with you. You are destined for success and feeling successful. You know, success in this day and age really is just about how you're feeling. And don't get caught up, because my God, especially with social media, my God, sometimes I wish I just lived in the ancient times when we didn't have all this stuff. I don't care about I don't care personally, and I feel like you do too. I don't care about seeing other people's business. I don't care what you ate for dinner. Don't show me pictures of all happy times. You know, it's just so fake. Anyhow, you're not fake, you're rare. And you're not meant to live some type of ordinary life or have some type of, you know, conventional, ordinary, you know, comfortable. And I'm not saying that your soulmate is not going to be comfortable. They will. But what's the word I want to use? I see it all the time. Marriage of convenience, or a soul, or a relationship of convenience. That's not me. That's not you. Anyhow, look at this. We got unicorns. Success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. Now, I know, I know, your belief will be tested through challenges. But this is what Spirit wants you to know, is that this is the bouncing point of your long-term blessings. Notice the black and the white here. Again, we got something about polarities coming together where they're synchronizing and not repelling, right? And creating something totally brand new, something unexpected. Let's continue and see what else. You got love all around you. See, Libra, look at this. Love surrounds all of your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. It may, for some, not all, but it may seem like a slow process. Well, who cares? At least it's process, or a progress, I should say. But you are surrounded by love. Love is in the air. Love is creating and healing things. What else? Okay, so your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. But we got to be careful, okay? So let's get a little bit more about this and why we got to be careful. Now, you may need to be careful too with your resources, all right? Let's get a little bit more about the snake. You may need to be careful about something or someone here that may feel, you know, like a snake-like energy. Not to give the snake a bad name, okay, because there are good qualities about a snake. But in general, we all know the saying, snake, cold-blooded snake. Okay, let's get a little bit more about this snake. What is important for Libra to know about this snake energy? And I do see a powerful healer. Okay, so what you got to be careful of here is going into something or feeling that you have to, I don't like saying put up a front, because that's not really what this is. The thing is something has already like burned off of you to refine you, right? Because there's something that about you that the world was always meant to meet here. And so we got to just take a slow and subtle approach. Now look at this. It's like remove the mask word here and just say take off your, you know, those old skins. Anything that just feels old or is not you. You know, so we just have to, we're in that in between. You're gaining, you know, with this new skin, I would say more resilience here. See, you're just going towards that new, you're rising here. Let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. Self-love, of course, this is always important, especially when it comes to taking care of your needs. So Spirit is saying that if you are in a place where you haven't been taking care of yourself, now is the time. It couldn't be any better. In fact, I just see this thing about exuding love. I mean, look at this. Love surrounds you, surrounds all of your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. So what's important when it comes to this self-love for Libra? Oh my God. Oh my God. You got a lot of love. Look at this. Love. Self-love creates love, attracts love, strengthens love. What is it in your love situation? Do this. Hopefully you are. And if you have been, just know too, there is something that's already making its way to you. It's rising up along with you. Let's continue and see what else Spirit wants you to know. See, this landed on that snake. You've got to be careful. Self-sabotage. You know, there may be something going on too where, yes, I know it can be hard, right? Maybe for some, you've been in a role, right? Or an identity. Now that identity, that role, whatever it is, it's outdated. You've outgrown it. The skin is too tight. This is why it's shedding. So we just need to watch out for that, or maybe something or someone that Spirit is trying to get your attention about, okay? So watch out for the self-sabotage. Let's get more about this self-sabotage. I feel a lot of you are just releasing that. Maybe you're realizing where, you know, you're shifting something within yourself here. What's important about this self-sabotage for Libra? You got to be careful about someone here. You do. Wow. So you do have to be careful of someone. Be careful who you trust at this time. Can we get a little bit more? We got this chameleon. There may be jealousy that's surrounding you, Libra. You need to be wary of something. Yeah, I feel that you are, you're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to go into a different direction and not hesitate here, really, because there is something that may try to trap you. Because, see, your spirit is wild and free. But you may need to have patience here. Now, for some of you, there may be someone that you feel is losing patience, and that could be a red flag. Really, seriously, she's got a red dress on. So something is like a red flag. So just pay attention to that, okay? Because that's something that may try to sabotage what's destined for you. Let's see, what else for Libra? Oh, this one. Come on, get in clear here, camera. Is it going to come into focus? Let's see. Sometime. Okay, well, whatever. Oh gosh, that procrastination. Okay, so this is this like 8 of Swords type of energy here. This is that could be self-sabotage here. What's important about this procrastination for Libra here? Someone, you know, Libra, you could be dealing with someone too that could be procrastinating on things, but you may need to watch out too. Let's see. Let's get a little bit more about this procrastination. Make a move here. There's something about, you know, waiting for your blessings. And in the meantime, go have fun. Do something that is wild and free and maybe even spontaneous. Okay? I feel that Spirit is really encouraging you to just kind of own something. Take the lead here. Look, she's driving her own ship here, he or she, because it's going to form for you some type of abundance. Don't procrastinate. Lucky times are ahead of you, along with good news, success, and prosperity. Look at this. You're taking your own lantern and going. I feel that you've been patient enough with something, and that's another thing that I feel. If you've been patient on something really old, and it's just been like too long for you, that is also that cue where you're like, okay, forget it. Just go do your thing. Because in that moment, you are accelerating more abundance to you. All right, let's see what else Spirit wants you to know. Oh, goodness. Yes. Aligned with you. Hard times are over. Look forward to abundance. Oh, we just had that abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. You've got the Star card here. What did I say? The scales are shifting in your favor. Blessings for the peacemaker at heart, you. We know that the scales of karma are resetting now. This is all about the alignment you want. Look at that, help from above. Especially when it comes to contentment here. This is about contentment, right? Look at that. Notice the full moon. Oh my goodness, look at that full moon. Nice. There could be something here with playing music. Use this full moon's energy here to release, to celebrate. Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, Spirit knows you've been on this long journey here. Okay, I just said long journey. Look at that mountain. We might be feeling like something is a big obstacle here, but know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious, right? So there is something that Spirit is saying, you know, you may need to be vigilant about, you may need to just kind of take a sly and subtle approach. Maybe not do something too quickly here. But you do need to remain cautious, right? Because we are getting this thing about being aware of things that may try to hold you back. All right, what else for Libra? Oh, Libra, look, we've got the dragonfly. Continue to have confidence. Continue knowing Spirit is gifting you great joy, renewal, and a more clearer, divine, deeper bond and connection to Spirit. What else? Nope, that is actually it. Okay, now before we end the reading, Libra, I want to tie in something about the new moon. So let's find out what you need to know when it comes to preparing for it, like the new moon energy, okay? So that's like in a couple of weeks or so. But anyhow, whenever you get this reading, this is what you need to know when it comes to the new moon, okay? And that's a time where you can set some type of new intentions, or whatever you want to do. Okay, yeah. Ooh, we got to be careful of that temptation. See? Your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better place. So, in order to prepare for the new moon, we just need to be aware. We don't have to do anything if you don't need to, but just kind of be aware of things that might try to lure you into something that may not be based on just, you know, the facts and reality at this time, or this old energy that might be hard to let go. Okay. Let's just get a little bit more about that. Yeah, there may be something here that could be tempting too when it comes to, you know, maybe the flesh desires things or whatever, but Spirit is saying that there's something sacred and very divine about your own sexuality, and hopefully you're getting to or have gotten to a place where you feel good about your own self here, knowing what pleases you, right? Knowing that your body is sacred and it is a temple to be worshipped. And that's exactly what I'm getting. You're attracting something that is very divine, where we are in a place of respect and worshiping one another, not in a way where we're a slave to it. And that may be something here where we have to pay attention to something or someone that you already notice is a slave to. But that's not for you. Now, I hope that this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care, Libra.